Hi, this is Jake, and I'm going to do a quick demo of my Silvertone 1483 1965 model. Pretty cool little amp. It is really simple. It is two channel, but not the channel switching variety. You have channel 1 with two inputs, a high and a low input, channel 2 with a high and a low input, and they are both the same. But I will do a quick demo of all of them with just volumes varying here. Alright, now let's take a look here. Back of the amp, 6L6 tubes. These are new old stocks made in the USA. I put in the amp a couple years ago. General Electric, I think they're all GE or RCA's, kind of different ones. You've also got your, I can't remember the value, but rectifier tube, 212AX7s and a 6GC67, I believe. So there we go. It's pretty straightforward. There's the original 1965 Jensen 15-inch in the cabinet, and of course it's got the piggyback cab for you to check out. I do not know what's going on with those jacks right there. I have opened up the cabinet and there's nothing wrong with. That's not really even. That's not wired up at all. So it is not stock, but it is not affecting the originality of the amp. I am selfie sticking it right here. So, all right, now on to playing, because I know that's what people came to see. Amp for sale right now. Right at this moment, I'm asking 700 or best offer, but that may change. So you can find Jake Whitlow on Facebook. All right, let's have a listen to the amp. Okay, channel 1, bass at 11 o'clock, treble at 1 o'clock, volume at noon. Bridge pickup, it is a Gibson Burst Bucker pickup in the bridge of my Gibson SG. Pickup. This is kind of clean. Turn the tone up there. Channel 1 volume at 3 o'clock, and we're in the high gain input. Bridge pickup. Very touch sensitive. Okay, volume full up. Sorry about the tuning issues there. Alright, that's volume full up, channel 1. We'll put it back at noon and plug into input number 2. Apologize for hot jacking. You're going to hear there's a little noise in the pot. Channel 2's just got a little bit taken off of it. Here's bridge pickup. Neck pickup. And it'll clean up just with your pick attack. A very articulate amplifier. Volume all the way up, channel input 2, channel 1. Alright, we'll put it in channel 2 now. One thing about these amps is your settings on one channel, they're sympathetic to the other channel, the way that the preamp is wired. So I always turn everything down on the channel I'm not using, so it does not affect the tone. Alright, volume at halfway, channel 2. I guess this is supposed to be the guitar side of the amp anyway. It's a little, not quite as bassy. Neck pickup. Alright, bridge pickup, full volume. Now you can add to the gain if you jumper the channels like many old tube amps. And use both volumes and both EQs. This is a little long for a jumper, I know. I usually short jumper it, but it shouldn't affect it. Alright, last kind of demo here. We've got the guitar going into input 1 in channel 1 of the amp, coming out of the low gain input for channel 1, going into the high gain input of channel 2. All volumes, or all knobs at noon. Neck pickup. The amp can get pretty gainy on its own, as you can see. So, alright, before we wrap up here, we'll just do a quick look over the amp. There is a little bit of, it shows its age. It's a over 50-year-old amp. It's 1965, we're 2016 now, so. Alright, we'll have a look at some of the issues the amp has. No electrical issues or no wiring issues at all. But let's see what we can find here. If we check out right here, we have just a bit of a scuff on the corner. Somebody did put some cabinet corners on it at some point, on the head and the cabinet. Over here as well, and they're kind of mismatched, and then see there's another just slightly damaged corner. These amps were built out of particle board and pretty much covered in wallpaper. There's another split in the covering right there, but for the amp's age, it's in really, really good shape. Another little scuff down at the corners, but you know, none of the corners really saw, you know, saving grace. The amp has been used the entirety of its life. I'm only the second owner of this amplifier, and I've owned it since 2009, I believe. I think I've had it since 2009. It's just hard for me to remember because I can't really remember a time not having it. I hate to sell it because it's a sweet sounding little amp. Runs about 23 watts from what I've read on the internet. There's not really a way to test it. It says I think 105 on the back of the amp. But that's power consumption here. I'm sorry about the shaky video. Let's see here. Yeah, 105 watts, 0.95 amps, 117 volts. 1483 Sears Roebuck Company. Really cool little amp. There are all kinds of transformer upgrades for these amps. I have the original tube set that I will include with the amp, and as well with the new old stock tubes that are in it. As you can see, it sounds pretty good. It is a 2-prong power cord. That is another issue of the amp, and I'm sure you saw that I had to replace a grommet quickly at a gig with some electrical tape, and that is held, so I just left it. So I just didn't want the wiring to get. I didn't want the wiring to get cut into by the chassis of the amp. That was just a thing. That grommet just dry rotted and fell out just because the amplifier is old. That's all there is to it. Silvertone 1483. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you're the new owner.